When we gaze up at the night sky, it feels endless, an ocean of glittering light scattered across eternity. But not every star you see is impossibly distant. A few, hidden among the countless pinpricks of light, are our closest companions. Together, they form what astronomers call our stellar neighborhood. In this calm journey, we will drift from star to star, discovering their mysteries, their planets, and their place in our cosmic story. So, relax, breathe deeply, and let us begin our voyage through the nearest stars to the sun. Every journey outward begins at home. The sun, a glowing sphere of hydrogen and helium, is a medium-sized yellow star. To us, it is life itself, warming our world, shaping our climate, powering every leaf and tree. Yet to the cosmos, it is ordinary, one of hundreds of billions in the Milky Way. But ordinary does not mean unremarkable. It is our anchor, the heart of our solar system. Every planet, every comet, every asteroid, all dance in its gravitational embrace. Imagine for a moment if the sun were to vanish. Our world would be plunged into eternal darkness, drifting endlessly through the void. It reminds us that this familiar star is not just another point of light. It is home. Leaving the sun, we cross empty space. After 4 light years, a distance so vast that even light takes 4 years to travel it, we arrive at our first stop, Proxima Centauri. It is a red dwarf, small and faint, invisible to the naked eye. Though close, its dim light hides it from casual stargazers. And yet, this unassuming ember holds a secret. Orbiting Proxima is a planet, Proxima b. It lies in the so-called habitable zone, where liquid water might exist. Could this world host oceans? Could it harbor life? Astronomers debate fiercely. Proxima itself flares violently, sending streams of radiation into space. A cruel parent star or a cradle for life? The truth is still unknown. Proxima Centauri is not alone. It is part of the Alpha Centauri system, a trio of stars bound together in gravity's embrace. Just beyond Proxima shine 2 brighter stars, Alpha Centauri A and Alpha Centauri B. They orbit each other in majestic celestial waltz, circling every 80 years. Alpha Centauri A is slightly larger and hotter than the sun. Alpha Centauri B is smaller and cooler. Together, they resemble a double beacon in the night sky. Their combined glow a familiar sight to those in the southern hemisphere. For centuries, humans have dreamed of reaching them. Science fiction stories often imagine Alpha Centauri as humanity's first destination among the stars. If we ever leave the solar system, this system, just over 4 light years away, may indeed be our first stop. And who knows, perhaps one day, a spacecraft, powered by sails of light or engines we have yet to imagine, will sail into their orbit, and for the first time, humanity will stand beneath an alien sky. Beyond Alpha Centauri lies Barnard star, just 6 light years away. It is small, a red dwarf glowing faintly, yet it is one of the fastest moving stars in our sky. Each year, it shifts against the backdrop of distant stars, slowly but surely marching across the heavens. Astronomers believe Barnard star is ancient, nearly twice the age of our sun. It has lived for billions of years, quietly burning its fuel, outlasting many larger, brighter stars. For a time, astronomers thought Barnard star had a planet, a super-Earth orbiting close by. Though the evidence is uncertain, the possibility lingers. A planet around such an old star could be unimaginably ancient itself, perhaps with stories stretching back farther than Earth's. Next we arrive at Wolf 359, a star so faint that without a telescope, it is invisible, even though it lies only 8 light years away. It is a red dwarf, glowing weakly, a cosmic ember in the darkness. Wolf 359 is often referenced in science fiction, from books to television shows. But in truth, it is a quiet and modest star, with no known planets, no spectacular flares, and little to distinguish it, except for its closeness to us. Its invisibility is a humbling reminder. Not all of our neighbors announce themselves in brilliance. Some remain hidden, their light too faint to reach the human eye. And then we turn our gaze to brilliance. Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky, only 8.5 light years away, it blazes with a blue-white intensity. So radiant outshines nearly everything else in the heavens. to ancient civilizations, Sirius was a guide. The Egyptians watched for its rising to mark the flooding of the Nile. Cultures across the world saw it as sacred. The dog star, the celestial guardian. But Sirius is more than just one star. It is a binary system. Beside Sirius A, the brilliant giant, lies Sirius B, a white dwarf, the burned-out core of a once mighty star. Though small, it is incredibly dense, a teaspoon of its matter weighing as much as a mountain. Together, they remind us that even the brightest stars must someday fade. 12 light-years away burns Litton Star, another quiet red dwarf. It glows steadily, its light dim but constant. Astronomers have discovered planets here, including one that lies within the habitable zone. Though likely harsh, the idea that so many stars, even the faintest ones, host planets fills the mind with wonder. It seems that planets are not rare treasures. They are everywhere. Perhaps among them, countless worlds of oceans, skies, and maybe even life. Close to Litton Star is Ross 128, another red dwarf, only 11 light-years away. Unlike Proxima, it is calm with fewer violent flares. Orbiting it is Ross 128b, a planet similar in size to Earth. Ross 128b sits within its star's habitable zone. If there is any place nearby that could host life, this world may be among the most promising. A peaceful star, a stable environment, perhaps the perfect cradle for something to grow. At just over 10 light-years away lies Epsilon Eridani. It is younger than our sun, only a fraction of its age. Still wild, still active, it crackles with energy. Around it spins a belt of dust and comets, like the early solar system billions of years ago. Astronomers see in it a mirror of our own past, a glimpse of what the sun may have looked like when Earth was still young. If life has emerged here, it may be primitive, still beginning its long journey of evolution. Finally, we come to Tau Ceti, 12 light-years away. It is much like our sun, a steady yellow star, shining quietly for billions of years. Tau Ceti hosts a family of planets, some larger than Earth, some smaller. Among them are worlds that lie in regions where liquid water might exist. It is not Earth's twin, but it is close enough to stir dreams. For centuries, astronomers and writers alike have imagined Tau Ceti as a home for distant civilizations. Perhaps one day, we will know for certain. Our stellar neighborhood is not limited to these few. Nearby stars like Lalande 21185, Captain Star, and Teegarden Star drift in quiet solitude. Some are ancient, older than the galaxy's spiral arms themselves. Others are young, still forming planets from swirling disks of dust. Together, they form a family of cosmic neighbors, faint, brilliant, old, and young, each a story in itself. And so we step back. The Sun, Proxima, Alpha Centauri, Barnard Star, Sirius, and all the rest, they are but the closest few among hundreds of billions. Yet, in the scale of the universe, they are home. Perhaps one day, humanity will travel to them. Our ships, our machines, maybe even our descendants, may one day walk on their planets, bathe in their starlight, and call them home. Until then, we can look up at the night sky and know that though the stars seem far away, we are not alone. We are surrounded, embraced by our stellar neighborhood. And so our journey comes to an end. From the sun's warm light to the faint embers of distant dwarfs, we have drifted among our nearest neighbors, some brilliant, some invisible, but all sharing the same galaxy, the same universe. When you next look up at the stars, remember, just beyond your sight, these neighbors are waiting, quietly, patiently, shining through the endless night.